Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How was Saturday's journals test? Now today we will take up with the concept of trade discount, cash discount, allowance and assets related transactions. We'll solve one illustration also related to assets and then doubts. Okay, whatever are your doubts in the past lectures, we will take it up. Past questions. So take out your notebooks and give the heading trade discount, cash discount and allowance. Give this heading. Now, put your pens down. I'll give you the time to write later on. Understand the concepts first, everyone. Be attentive. There are three types of discounts that are possible. Okay, there are three types of discounts that are possible. One is trade discount, which is written in brief or abbreviated form as TD. Second is cash discount, which is again written in abbreviated form as CD. Third is allowance. I repeat, you are not supposed to write right now. I will give you the time to write later on. Just understand the things first. What is trade discount, cash discount, and allowance? First point. See, trade means buying and selling. And discount on buying and selling can be given only when you buy or sell in huge quantity. So actual meaning of trade discount is what? It is the discount allowed on bulk purchases. Bulk purchases means big quantity. Okay, if you purchase or sell large quantity of goods, then ideally you must be given trade discount. This is the theoretical concept of trade discount. However, these days it has become a fashion and a trend to give trade discount to everyone, whether you buy in bulk quantity or not. Have you all heard about India Mart?
Yes, sir.
India Mart?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Every one of you?
Yes,
It
sir.
is a kind of wholesale. It is a kind of wholesale online market. Those who want to buy products in wholesale, 50 quantities, 100 quantities, they generally buy on India Mart. And because you buy in this bulk quantity, will you get discount also or not?
Yes.
This is called
Yes.
trade discount. Traditionally, this is the meaning of trade discount. Trade, you do trading in large quantity and then you get discount. Suppose I have two customers. Both of you unmute yourself. Dhruv Upadhyay and Riya Deshwal.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I am telling Italian marble tiles. What am I selling in the market?
Italian marble tiles.
Now Dhruv comes and says, I want tiles for my one of the rooms. So give me 20 tiles. And Riya Deshwal comes and says that I want tiles for the construction project and I want 2000 tiles in bulk quantity. Will the price differ for both the customers or not?
Yes, sir.
I will charge more amount from Dhruv and I'll charge lesser amount from Riya because Riya is doing trading in bulk quantity.
Amount. Quantity.
You get this point? So bulk quantity means obviously you'll get discount. This is called what? Trade discount. But in the modern times, everyone gives you discount. In the modern times, everyone gives you discount. Okay, I'll show you one image. Just a minute, huh? Just 1 minute. Is this visible?
Yes, sir.
All of you?
Yes.
We are talking about Samsung television. We are talking about Samsung television. Okay, is it or not?
Yes.
Yes.
What is the MRP?
34,900.
49,000.
MRP.
49,900.
49,900.
49,900.
Then they have cancelled it. Then they have cancelled it.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
What is the
sir.
offer price?
34,990.
34,990.
Do you find this kind of deal on every product of Amazon and Flipkart or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Every product.
Yes.
And you know the astonishing thing is you are very happy. I got this car. You are very happy. They are just fooling with you. Their price is 34,990 only. But they are increasing the MRP. So if suppose I want to sell this product, what product?
Water
Bottle.
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 I know that I must charge 50 rupees for this. How much I must charge?
50 rupees.
50 rupees.
But Indian psychology, कुछ तो discount चाहिए. You are in a vegetable market always. It's an Indian psychology, right? And now it has become a world psychology also. In foreign countries also they believe in this. So I know I must charge how much rupees for this?
50.
50 rupees, right?
50.
Rupees.
On the bottle, I will mention MRP 80. How much MRP?
80.
And then I'll cancel it and write offer price 50. Oh, no, this is like this only.
Oh.
Everywhere it's like this only. Okay, so I know that my selling price is 50 only, but then you will be happy. 80 rupees thing I got for 50 rupees, and then you'll come and discuss with everyone also. See, I got 30 rupees discount on this. This is trade discount. So now it has become a tradition to give discount to everyone, and I'm quite sure every single product which you buy on Amazon, forget Amazon and that, you go to normal shops also, they'll always give you some discount. As soon, I'm talking about the durable commodities. As soon as you enter into the durable commodities shop, maybe TV, maybe refrigerator, anywhere you go, you'll find some discount will always be allowed to you. That discount is called which discount? Trade discount. So now in the modern time, the meaning of trade discount has completely undergone a change. Now you cannot say that it is a discount given in bulk quantity only. What will we say now is the meaning of trade discount? Okay, write it later on. You can say it is the difference between, just 1 minute. You can say that it is the difference between MRP. What is MRP?
Maximum retail price.
Very good. Maximum retail price. Maximum means you cannot charge more than that, but you can always charge less than that. So it is the difference between MRP and SP. What is SP?
Selling
Selling
price.
price.
Selling
Selling
price.
price. Or you can say, as we read just now, offer price. Right. So whatever is the difference between MRP and selling price, that difference would be considered as trade discount. So now the trade discount is not given only on buying in bulk quantity, it is given on every goods. And particularly what do the sellers try to do? If they want to sell a product at a particular price, MRP they will keep little more, then they'll give discount, and whatever price they want to charge, that only they will charge from the customers. Did you understand this portion, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, listen,
Yes, sir.
I wanted to recover how much for that bottle?
50.
50 rupees.
50 rupees.
Okay, but I mentioned MRP how much?
80.
80.
So now if I am charging
80.
50 rupees, is 30 rupees really my loss?
No.
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 30 rupees really any expense for me?
No.
No.
I wanted to recover 50 only, and am I recovering that or not?
Yes.
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 So be careful. Read this. What did I write?
No entry.
No entry.
No entry to be passed for trade discount.
No entry to be passed for trade discount.
You understand it? Amount is recorded. Amount of purchase and sales is recorded directly after deducting trade discount. Amount of purchase and sales is recorded after deducting trade discount. Did you all understand this concept regarding trade discount? Any doubts in this?
No.
Sir.
All the points are clear?
Yes.
So trade discount is the
Yes.
discount actually allowed. Traditional meaning of trade discount was it is a discount allowed on
Bulk purchases.
bulk purchase and sales, bulk quantity.
Purchase.
But in the modern times, you always find that selling price is different from MRP.
MRP.
So the difference between MRP and selling price is now called as trade discount. No entry is to be passed for trade discount because we never wanted to charge MRP. MRP was just to give a psychological satisfaction to the consumers that they are actually getting the product at a lesser price. So our monetary cost is not at all involved over here. No entry is to be passed for trade discount. Amount of purchase and sales is recorded after deducting trade discount. Did all of you understand this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
sir.
Now coming to cash discount, be attentive. Now, suppose I sell goods to Ria Christian on 3 months credit. I sell goods to Ria Christian on how many months credit?
3
3
months.
months.
3 months.
Now, why did I sell goods to Ria Christian on 3 months credit? Why? Why 3 months credit?
To get interest.
Ria, will you pay me any interest on that? No one will pay interest. Why will you pay interest for that? It's a normal credit given to everyone. Why does any business sell goods on credit?
To encourage the customer.
Yes, to increase the sales. That's the logic. If I give the facility to my customer to pay me the money later on, he will buy the goods. Sales will actually take place. Maybe I don't give that credit, then she may think to come and buy the goods after 20 days, 1 month when she has the purchasing power. But I want to ensure that sales do take place. So to increase my business sales, I give. To increase the business sales, I give credit. So what is the logic for giving credit? Dhrusha and Devansh, start your videos. Rajvi, Neville. What is the logic and rationale for giving the credit? Why do we give credit to our customers?
To increase our sales.
To increase our sales. Did you all understand it?
Yes.
But I need money also immediately. Immediately means I require money, let us say in 10 days, 5 days. I need the money in short period of time. And I don't want to wait for 3 months. So I attract the customers with an incentive that I am selling goods of 10,000 to Ria on 3 months credit. I attract her. I give her an incentive by mentioning, if you pay me within 15 days, I will give you 10% discount. So if she pays me within 15 days, instead of 10,000, she has to pay me 9,000, 1,000 rupee less. Will she be motivated to pay or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
What is the fees of 11th commerce you are paying to us?
38.
38. 36.
स्कैम कर रहे हो घर पे ज्यादा पैसा लेके. When I am
37.
charging 38,000, but like parents, are you there? Fees is not 38,000. Don't pay your child 38. 10,000 was the advance.
Yeah.
First installment 13,500 was now second
37.
installment in August, and 13,500 if offline classes begin. Correct. So 37,000 is the fees. Is it or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And did we offer any one-time payment if you would have paid in the month of June itself?
35.
35,000.
35.
So we were also in need of money. So what did we do? We attracted that if anyone pays right now entire amount, then 2,000 discount. Instead of 37,000, you have to pay 35,000.
5.
What was that 35,000 cash discount? Because you were paying immediately, we gave you discount of 2,000. Did we give you or not? So what was that? That was cash discount. And we said that later on, if suppose the offline classes don't begin, then we will refund you back 13,500 or adjust it in next year's fees also. So what is that 2,000 we offered you? That was cash discount. And some people opted for that also. So what is cash discount? Discount for immediate payment. What is cash discount? Discount for
Immediate
payment.
or early payment, either immediate payment or early payment. So this is the discount allowed for either immediate payment or early payment. Did you all understand this or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now this 2,000 is definitely a loss for me, expense for me, because otherwise I would have charged 37,000 from you. Okay, otherwise I would have charged 37, and out of 60 people, if 10 people have opted for this, then remaining 50 are going to pay me 37,000. So do I lose this 2,000 from those 10 customers or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is a monetary loss for me. You'll say discount is to be recorded. This discount, okay, cash discount. Like no entry to be passed for trade discount. Cash discount is to be recorded in the books of accounts. Okay, cash discount is to be recorded in the books of accounts by the rules of nominal account. What are the rules of nominal account?
Debit all expenses.
Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains.
So if we purchase goods, what do we do if we purchase goods? If we purchase the goods, then can I say that if we buy the goods, then can I say that cash discount means I have to pay less money?
Yes.
If I buy the goods, then I have to pay money. And if I get discount, I have to pay less money.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What is that discount for me if I have to pay less money?
Yes, sir.
If I have to pay less money, what is that discount for me? Income or expense?
Income.
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 So whenever you purchase the goods, cash discount is an income because you pay less money. Whenever we sell the goods, we take less money from customers. We charge less money from customers. So that discount is our expense. So cash discount on purchase is an income and cash discount on sales is an expense. Cash discount is an income on purchase. So by the rule credit all incomes and gains, you will credit cash discount when we purchase the goods. Cash discount on sales is an expense. So by the rule debit all expenses and losses, you will debit cash discount when we sell the goods. Did you understand this?
Yes.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, when we buy the goods, do we pay the money or receive the money?
Pay the money.
Pay the money.
If you get discount, then you pay more money or less money.
Less money.
Less money.
When you buy the goods, you will pay less money. So is it your income or expense?
Income.
Income.
So when you buy the goods, discount is your income. By the rule, credit all incomes and gains. You will credit cash discount. Now, when you sell the goods, then customers will pay you less money if you give them discount.
Yes.
You receive less money, so is it your income or expense?
Expense.
So when you sell the goods, discount is an expense. By the rule, debit all expenses and losses, we will debit cash discount. Did you understand this now, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, there is a trick to remember, but when we solve the questions, I'll explain you that trick. Okay? Right now, go with the concept. So, cash discount is to be recorded in the books of accounts by the rules of
Nominal account.
Now, what is the meaning of allowance? Understand this. Okay, what is the meaning of allowance? Understand this. Zia? Speak something, you're not audible. Speak something. Zia? Disappear. Huh. No, you are not audible. Check your device, you are not audible. Okay, Neville,
Yes, sir.
you have to pay me 1002 rupees. How much?
1002 rupees.
How much will you pay me?
1002 rupees.
उपाध्याय अभी देखो वाणिया को पूछता हूँ मैं.
Yes, sir.
You have to pay me 1002. How much will you pay me?
1,000.
देखा.
Sir, I am not Vadia, I am Brahman.
You are
Brahman.
ब्राह्मण का नाम खराब कर दिया 2 रुपए के लिए. Very bad. Yes, Neville, did you get the point?
Yes, sir.
And I won't mind receiving 1000 rupees because in this modern time 2 rupees hardly has any value. Correct. And 1000 into so much difficult to pay. Right. So can I say that I will adjust that 2 rupees or not?
Yes.
I will round off 1002 to 1000 rupees.
Yeah.
This 2 rupees is called allowance. So what is allowance? Small amount foregone. Foregone means?
Forgotten.
हाँ, मैं भूल नहीं गया. I did not forget. I am not Gajni. I remember that I have to collect 1000. Foregone means sacrificed. Not forgotten. Foregone means?
Sacrifice.
So small amount foregone or sacrificed due to rounding off. Okay, what is allowance? Small amount foregone or sacrificed due to rounding off. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
This is also recorded by the rules of nominal account. Exactly same. Exactly same. What exactly same? Allowance is recorded. Allowance is recorded in the books of accounts by the rules of
Nominal account.
So here Dhruv paid me 2 rupees less. Can I say that 2 rupees is expense for me?
Yes.
Debit for expenses and losses. So I will debit that allowance account. Did all of you understand this?
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes.
You can zoom it at your end. zoom it and see, is it clearly visible if you want to write anything?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll give you 10 minutes. Write it down fast. So discount point is clear. Now we take up with assets related transactions concept. Give the heading in your notebooks, assets related transactions. All of you give the heading assets related transactions. Given this heading,
Yes.
Yes.
now be attentive. Only
Yes, sir.
one note to be remembered here. That is, if, okay, before I write this note, I'll explain it to you with the help of one example. Okay, understand it. Let us say okay. Sujal? Sujal,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
which is your favorite bike?
Saraswat Bank.
नहीं, bank नहीं, bike. Bike.
Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson. Which model?
I don't know.
Oh, you must know it's your favorite bike. You must inquire about the various kinds of models which are available.
I
What is
will
the
find it.
price? What is the price of the bike? Don't
I
tell me
don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know.
Inquire it, okay? Inquire it.
Okay.
It starts with 7 or 8 lakh rupees. Now, suppose you buy the bike of 7 lakh rupees. Your favorite bike, so you buy it of 7 lakh rupees, okay? And now tell me, if you buy that bike of 7 lakh rupees and put some accessories, okay? Mudguard is there, correct? Then you have a specific kind of horn which you like, you put that. Seat cover. Do you all put these accessories when we buy the vehicle or not?
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Mirror also doesn't come with the scooters and bike, we put them extra. Mirror. Stand doesn't come with the bike, we put it extra. All these accessories, do we put extra in the vehicle or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And when you buy a car, you'll put the seat cover, you'll take the car's cover, you'll do a lot of expense, basic expense at the time of buying it. You'll even pay for RTO and insurance, that is also not included in the cost of the vehicle. Now, you purchased bike of 7 lakh. How much?
7 lakh.
7 lakh.
RTO, insurance 50,000. How much RTO and insurance?
50,000.
50,000. And then mudguard, okay, and then other accessories, mirror, etc., 20,000. So what is the cost of your bike?
7,70,000.
Not 7 lakhs?
Cost of the bike.
Hmm.
And 70,000 accessories and insurance and all
So
that.
cost is 7 lakhs or 7 lakh 70,000?
7,70,000.
Anyone else cost is 7 lakhs or 7 lakh 70,000?
7 lakhs.
7 lakhs. 7 lakh.
7 lakh
7
70,000. How come 7 lakhs? You are paying 7 lakh 70,000. For the company it is 7 lakhs, but for you it is costing how much?
7,70,000. 7,70,000.
Whenever you purchase any Activa is a normal thing. You buy Activa
Yes.
of 60,000. You pay RTO, insurance and other accessories of 5,000. Anyone asks you, you got Activa for how much amount? Will you say 60,000? You'll always reply 65,000 only.
Yes.
Is it or not? Do you include that accessories and one-time expense in the cost of the vehicle or not?
Yes, sir.
Because are you going to spend that again and again?
No.
One time expense or recurring expense?
One time expense.
One time expense.
Such expenses are called capital expenses. What do you call this kind of expenses as?
Capital expense.
In chapter 1 it is covered in the terms. And the ones which you incur every year again and again, every month, every day, every week, at least every year, they are called revenue expenses. What are they called as?
Revenue expense.
One time expense is called
Capital
Capital expense.
and recurring expense is called.
Revenue expense.
Revenue expense.
What is an expense for the business? Only revenue expense. Capital expense is not an expense for the business because you don't incur it again and again. We add it in the cost of the asset. Like I said, what is the cost of your bike? What was the reply? 70,000. So 70,000 we don't consider as our expense. We consider it as the value of bike itself. We include it in the cost of asset itself. So what are the two types of expenses?
Capital
Capital expense and revenue expense.
Capital expense, revenue expense. Capital expense means one-time expense. Revenue expense means recurring expense. Capital expenses are included in the cost of asset. Capital expenses are included in the cost of asset because they are one-time expense only. And revenue expense are recorded by the rules of nominal account, debit all expenses and losses. Did you all understand this portion?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
So what note we need to remember here is, okay, what we need to remember here is, understand it, write down. If any asset is purchased, then expense incurred at the time of purchase of asset is called which expense?
Capital.
Capital expense. They are one-time expense. Such expenses are added in the cost of assets. Such expenses are added in the cost of assets and not debited separately by the rule debit and all expenses and losses, and not debited separately. Okay, what do we do with such expense? We will
Add in the cost of assets.
add it in cost of asset and you will not debit it separately by the rule of debit all expenses and losses. Did you all understand this portion, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir, last line नहीं समझ आई.
70,000 what you incur for accessories, you will add it in the cost of bike. You will not debit it separately by the rule. Accessories is an expense, debit all expenses and losses, accessories account debit 70,000 is wrong. You will directly write bike account debit with 7,70,000.
Okay, sir.
Did you understand this? Expenses
Yes,
are
sir.
not to be recorded separately. Therefore, I have mentioned what? They are not debited
Separately.
by the rule nominal expense, debit all expenses and losses. Got it?
Yes, sir.
When we buy any house, do we have to pay stamp duty for that or not?
Yes. Yes.
One-time maintenance, development fees. Suppose you buy, let us say, a house of 70 lakhs. How much?
70
70 lakhs.
70 lakhs.
And the builder charges you 3 lakhs for lifetime maintenance. And he charges you 2 lakhs as development fees for giving you pipe, water, drainage, etc. 70 lakhs, 3 lakhs for lifetime maintenance, 2 lakhs for development fees. And you pay 70 lakhs, 5%, 3.5 lakhs as stamp duty to register it in your name, to register the house in your name. So can I say the house costed you 77 lakh 50,000?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this
Yes, sir.
amounts which we have paid above 70 lakhs. Lifetime maintenance, development fees, registration and stamp duty expenses. They are capital expense or revenue expense?
Capital.
Capital expense.
One-time
expense.
expense, capital expense, you will add them in the cost of house and you will not debit them separately. Lifetime maintenance is an expense, debit all expenses and losses, lifetime maintenance account debit, wrong. Development fees is an expense, debit all expenses and losses, development fees account debit, wrong, 2 lakhs. Stamp duty is an expense, debit all expenses and losses, stamp duty account debit, wrong. They will not be debited separately. Directly house or building account you will debit with 77 lakhs. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Did we do the same in
Yes,
shares
sir.
also or not?
Yes.
Mehtaji, shares transaction, brokerage.
Yes.
What did I tell you? Brokerage will not be debited separately. It will be added in the cost of shares. And when we sell the shares, brokerage will be subtracted from the selling price of shares. There also we follow the same rule. Did you understand this?
Yes.
Yes.
Take out the extra study materials pamphlet, everyone. Question 8. Take out extra study materials pamphlet, question 8. Did you all take it out?
Yes, sir.
Now understand this. Past journal entries for the following transactions in the books of Sri Bismil. Is the month given?
No.
No.
So give the heading Journal of Sri Bismil for the month of ... Okay? And since month is not given, we will be writing this serial numbers itself in the date column. Make the format fast. With it. Be attentive now. First date. Purchased a machine of 10,000. First one I'll explain you and others I will ask you. Purchased a machine of 10,000 and made payment through check. Underline this. Paid wages for installing the machine, rupees 200 in cash. Now, any one of you who has recently purchased air condition at home in this year? Any one of you who has recently purchased air condition at home recently this year, last year? AC air condition last year? Devansh? Devansh? Yes, Devansh, can you hear me? Devansh? कुछ बोलो बेटा देवांश आवाज नहीं आ रही है No, you are not audible. Okay, anyone else? Last year, last to last year, any 1 or 2 years ago, did you purchase air condition?
Yes.
Normally, suppose you buy an air condition of let us say 40,000 rupees. 2-ton AC, 40,000 rupees. Then the person will come and install the air conditioner at your place. He does that drilling. He installs the outdoor. He puts it on a particular clamp. Then he joins it with the thermocol pipe. Coil is there, right? So how much do they normally charge? Any idea about that installation? 40,000 AC, how much they would charge for installation? Your parents pay, so you don't have any idea only, na? Banker is there at your home only. Your parents are your bankers. Your bank is your father. Right? BPL, all are BPL, right? Baap na paise le hai. So basically 40,000 will be the cost of AC. They will charge you some 1,500 to 2,000 rupees for installing the machine. How much?
1,500 to 2,000.
So that wages which you pay them for installation are one-time expense or recurring expense?
One
One
time.
time.
They are capital expense or revenue expense?
Capital.
So you will say that the cost of machine for you is 42,000 only, because 40,000 you paid for air condition plus 2,000 you paid for installing it. Means the machine actually costed you how much? 42,000. Is it or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Same way here, machine of what value is purchased?
10,000.
10,000.
And for installing that machine, how much we paid as wages?
200.
100.
So can I say cost of machine is 10,200 for me?
Yes.
Yes.
What mistake you don't have to do? Don't debit 200 separately by considering wages is an expense, debit all expenses and losses. That is wrong. Did you understand this?
Yes.
Yes,
Wages
sir.
will be a capital expense. Below wages, write down capital expense. And therefore, you will add it in the cost of machine. You will not debit it separately. You will add it in the cost of machine. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
So, repeat, machine comes in.
Machine
Machine
comes in.
Debit what comes in.
Debit what comes.
Therefore, machine account debit with 10,200.
Therefore,
Machine account credit.
Did you understand this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Wages we should not debit separately. Wages are to be added in the cost of machine. And how much did we pay by check?
10,000.
10,000.
So bank is the giver. Repeat.
Bank is the giver.
Giver.
Credit the giver.
Credit the giver.
Giver.
Therefore, to bank account 10,000.
Therefore, to bank account 10,000.
That wages we have paid in cash. Can you all see that?
yes.
Yes.
And as such, you have to pay the wages in cash only. You cannot give check for that. The laborers, they come and take cash only. Suppose you buy a refrigerator. That tempo wala comes and brings refrigerator on 3rd floor of your house. You stay in a flat. He climbs 3 floors with that refrigerator and he charges you 100 rupees labor for bringing it. Will you pay him 100 rupees by check?
No.
No.
He will throw your refrigerator from the 3rd floor back if you give him that. You need to pay him in cash. So such expenses we need to pay in cash only. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Yes.
So repeat, cash goes out.
Cash goes
Cash
out.
goes out.
Credit what goes out.
Credit
Credit what goes out.
Therefore, to cash account 200.
Therefore, to cash account 200.
Once again, what is the first effect?
Machine comes in.
Machine comes in.
Rule.
Debit what
comes in.
Therefore,
Affects machine account.
For machine account debited with 10,000.
and 10,200 wages should not be debited separately. Did you understand this? It will be added in the cost of machine. Second effect.
Thank
Bank
you.
is the
Bank
giver.
is the giver.
Rule.
Credit the giver.
Credit the giver.
Bank account.
To bank account 10,000.
debit 10,000.
And third effect.
Cash comes in.
Cash
Credit
Cash goes out.
goes
Just
out.
like
Cash goes out.
rule
Credit
Credit what
goes
goes out.
Goes out.
and then name of account therefore to
Cash
to
account.
cash
Cash
account.
Cash
account.
account
account.
credit with 200.
being machine purchase and paid installation. Being machine purchase and paid installation. Is everyone clear with that?
Yes.
And line. After the narration, you'll make a line. Now, second. So anyone who is not clear with the first transaction? Next. Purchased shares of Ambika Mill for rupees 12,000 and made online payment through check. Paid brokerage and stamp fees rupees 150 in cash. Is this brokerage and stamp fees one-time expense or recurring expense?
One-time
One-time expense.
Time.
Capital expense or revenue expense?
Capital
Capital.
expense.
So again, underline brokerage and stamp fees and write capital expense. Therefore, what will you do? You'll add in cost of
Shares.
Shares.
and we will not debit it separately. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Yes.
Raise your hand. Who will tell me the effects and rules and names of account with amounts? Richita.
First effect will be shares comes in,
Shares comes in. Rule.
debit what comes in,
Debit what comes in. Name of account.
shares account,
Shares of Ambika Mill account. Debit with
debit with 12,150,
12,150. We have to add the brokerage also. So if we write down in bracket 12,000 plus 150. Did you all understand this?
Yes.
Second effect.
to bank account.
Effect.
Bank is the giver,
Rule.
credit the giver,
Credit the giver. Therefore, to bank account credit with what amount?
12,150.
12,000. What we are paying the
12,000.
effect is only 12,000.
Yes, yes.
Third effect.
Brokerage and stamp fees is an expense.
Huh? No, that is not an expense. We have to add in the cost of shares.
Cash goes out,
Cash goes out. Rule.
credit what goes out.
Credit what goes out. Therefore,
Cash account credit with 150.
cash account credit with 150. Did all of you understand this? Everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Being
Yes.
shares of
sir.
Ambika Mill purchase and paid brokerage. All of you repeat. Shares comes in.
Shares comes in.
Shares comes in.
Debit what comes in.
Debit what
Debit
comes
what comes in.
Comes in.
Therefore, shares of Ambika Mill account debit.
Therefore, sales of Ambika Mill account debit.
debit.
Okay, and you'll debit it with 12,000 plus 150, including brokerage 12,150. Brokerage should not be debited separately. Now 12,000 we are paying by check. So repeat, bank is the giver.
Bank is the
Bank
giver.
is the
Bank is
giver.
the giver.
Credit the giver.
Credit the
Credit
giver.
the giver.
Therefore, to bank account 12,000.
Therefore,
to
to
bank
To bank
account
account
12,000.
And brokerage 150 we pay in cash. So repeat, cash goes out.
Cash
cash
goes
goes
out.
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 Credit what goes out.
Credit
Credit what
What
goes
goes
out.
out.
Therefore, to cash account 150.
Therefore, to cash.
Therefore, to cash account 150.
Are you all clear with this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, listen carefully. HV Brahmbhatt, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Read the third transaction.
purchase balance and weight of rupees 200 for the shop.
First effect. What is the first effect?
Balance and weight is our expense.
No. That's wrong. Rajvi?
Yes, sir.
First effect.
Dead stock comes in.
Dead stock comes in. Rule.
Debit what comes in.
Debit what comes in. Name of account.
Dead stock account.
Dead stock account debit with what amount?
200.
200. H3?
Yes, sir.
You write this 20 times and give it to me after the class today. That balances and weights are called dead stock.
Okay.
Rajvi, second effect.
Cash goes out.
Cash goes out. Rule.
Credit what goes out.
Credit what goes out. Therefore,
To cash account credit with rupees 200.
to cash account credit with 200. Being balances and weights purchase. Did you all understand this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All of you repeat. Dead stock comes in.
Dead stock comes in.
Dead stock comes in.
Debit what comes in.
Debit what comes
Debit
in.
what comes in.
Therefore, dead stock account debit with 200.
Therefore, dead stock account debit with 200.
200.
Cash goes out.
Cash
Cash
goes
goes
out.
out.
Credit what goes out.
Credit what goes out.
Therefore, to cash account credit with 200.
Therefore, to cash account credit with 200.
Are you all clear with this?
Yes.
Now, fourth transaction. Isha Sharma,
Yes, sir.
read the fourth.
Purchase a steel cupboard of rupees 1500 from Grovery Furniture Mart. Paid cartage rupees 13 cash.
Now tell me, cartage, is it one-time expense or recurring expense?
One-time expense.
Revenue expense or capital expense?
Capital expense.
So what will we do if it is a capital expense?
Add in steel cupboard amount.
Furniture. We'll call it as furniture. We'll add it in the cost of furniture. Okay? And we will not debit it separately. Now tell me, first effect.
Furniture comes in.
Furniture comes in. Rule.
Debit what comes in.
Debit what comes in. Name of account.
Therefore, furniture account debited.
With what amount?
1530.
Very good. 1530. 1500 is the cost of furniture plus 30 of cartage. So what is the total cost of furniture for us? 1530. Second effect. Isha.
Yes, sir.
Second effect.
Grovery Furniture Mart is given.
Name is given means it's a credit transaction. Okay, name is given means it's a
Transaction.
credit transaction. Grovery Furniture Mart is the giver. Rule.
Edit the giver.
Credit the giver.
Therefore, Grovery Furniture Mart account credited rupees 1500.
Therefore, to Grovery Furniture Mart, what we have to pay to Grovery Furniture Mart is 1500. Amount payable is 1500. Third effect.
Goes out.
Yes, we have paid 30 in cash. So cash goes out.
Credit what goes out.
Credit what goes out.
Therefore, to cash account debited rupees 30.
Credit. To cash account credit with rupees 30. Being furniture purchase and paid cartage. Is everyone clear with this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All of you, furniture comes in.
Furniture comes in.
Furniture comes in.
Every one of you must repeat. Furniture comes in.
Furniture comes in.
Debit what comes in.
Debit
Debit
What comes in.
What comes in?
Therefore, furniture account debit with 1530.
Therefore,
Therefore, furniture
Furniture account debit with
account debited
1530.
with
And what is this
1530.
1530 including 30 of cartage? We should not debit cartage as an expense separately, okay? And
Yes,
name
sir.
is given means it's a credit transaction. So repeat, Grovery Furniture Mart is the giver.
Grovery
Grovery
Furniture
Furniture Mart is the giver.
Credit the giver.
Credit
Credit
the
the giver.
But
So do Grovery Furniture Mart account 1500.
Grovery
Furniture
Mart
account
1500.
1500.
And we have paid cartage of 30 in cash. So cash goes out.
Cash
Cash
goes
goes
out.
out.
Credit what goes out.
Credit what goes out.
To cash account 30.
To cash account 30.
Did you all understand this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now purchased furniture of 3000 and gave goods of 2800 in exchange. Okay, purchased furniture of 3000 and gave goods of 2800 in exchange. Mark it as important transaction. Now in this exchange transaction, we always have to record the value of goods only. What value?
Of goods.
We are giving 2800 of goods. So we will consider the cost of furniture for us is 2800 only. Okay. I'll make you write it as a note separately. First you write down the entry. Repeat, furniture comes in.
Furniture comes in.
Furniture comes in.
Debit what comes in.
Debit what comes in.
Therefore furniture account debit with 2800.
Therefore, furniture
Therefore,
account debit
furniture
with
account
2800.
2800.
Goods
800.
goes out.
Goods
Goods goes out.
Credit what goes out.
credit
Credit what
what
goes
Credit
goes
out.
what
out.
goes out.
What goes out? Purchase account 2800.
Therefore, purchase account
Purchase account.
2800.
Okay, we are not selling it, we are taking it against furniture. So instead of sales, we will credit purchase account with 2800. Did you all understand this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Write down this second note over here. If asset is purchased in exchange of goods, then value of goods will only be recorded as value of asset. Did you all understand this?
Yes,
So
sir.
2800 of goods value itself we consider as the value of furniture over here, okay?
Yes.
Now, being furniture purchased in exchange of goods. Understood that, everyone? Mark this fifth one as important and remember this properly, okay? That whenever we buy any asset in exchange of goods, we will record the value of goods only. Now, the last one. Sold one furniture old for rupees 700. So all of you tell me what is the first effect?
Cash comes in.
Cash comes in.
Cash comes in.
Debit what?
Debit what comes
Debit
in.
what comes in.
Debit what comes in.
Cash
Name
account.
of account.
Cash account.
Cash account.
Cash account debit with 700. Second effect.
Furniture goes out.
Furniture goes out.
Credit what goes out.
Credit what goes out.
To furniture account credited rupees 700.
To furniture account credit with 700.
700.
Okay, being
700.
furniture sold.
Sold.
Did all of you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, 10,200 plus 12,150, 22,350, 22,550, 27,80, 28,880. Is it 29,580 total?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
29,580. Above the total, one line below the total,
2 lines.
2 lines. So all of you are clear with this question?
29.
Yes.
Any doubts in it?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now take out the doubts of your homework questions. Today your homework is you have to watch lecture 5 and do question 9 of textbook, okay? Then tomorrow is Ganesh Visarjan, so complete holiday. Next
Sir, 29,518 नहीं 27,000 आ रहा है. 29,000.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, 27,580.
20.
Okay. Yes, so you all have to do question 9 in the homework today. Then textbook question 10 you have to do on Wednesday. Okay? Okay. Now, why is my voice echoing? Now, homework doubts. Yes, raise your hand. What are the doubts in homework? Friday, Saturday's homework. Yes, Mahek.
Sir, in question 9, 7th.
Question 9 means textbook question 9.
No, extra material.
Extra materials question 9. Okay, wait a while. I'll take out that first. Extra materials question 9. Okay, just a minute. Yes, question 9. Which transaction?
7th.
7th. Lost goods due to fire costing rupees 1,000. An insurance company accepted claim for rupees 600, of which 1/3 amount is received in cash, while damaged goods sold out for rupees 100. Now I told you you'll go reverse if you remember.
Yes.
So damaged goods sold out for what amount?
100.
So can I say we receive cash of 100?
Yes.
Further, last second, 1/3 amount received in cash. How much claim did insurance company accept?
600.
600 is 1/3. How much did we receive in cash? 600 is 1/3. How much did we receive in cash?
200.
200.
See this. Cash comes in debit. What comes in? Cash account debit. Okay. How much cash account debit now? You sold damaged goods for what value?
100.
100 rupees plus 600 is the insurance claim, out of which 1/3 they have paid you in cash. So 1/3 of 600, how much they have paid you in cash?
200.
So cash comes in debit. What comes in? Can I say cash account debit with 300?
Yes.
100 we received by selling the goods. 200 we received from insurance company. So how much total cash comes in the business? 300. How much claim is still receivable? Out of 600, insurance company paid us 200. How much we still have to receive from them?
400.
400.
So insurance claim is receivable, debit the receivable. Insurance company account debit with 400.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is the value of goods destroyed? 1000.
Yes.
From 1000 you recover 700. So what is our loss?
300.
So loss occurs due to fire. Debit all expenses and losses. Loss by fire account debit with 300.
Yes.
And how do you get that 300?
1000 minus 700.
1000 minus 700.
700.
And goods goes out, credit what goes out? To purchase account credit with 1000. Anyone who still did not understand this? All are clear with it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any other doubt?
No, sir.
Ruchita?
Sir, 10th, 7th question.
This one?
Yes.
Now this is also exactly similar.
Yes,
Reverse.
I can do this.
You try that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Yes, anyone else? Yes, Richita, any other doubt?
No, sir.
Riddhi?
Sir, question number 731.
731. Just a minute. This one?
Yes, sir.
Exchange goods of, just now we did na? Furniture in exchange of goods.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Same. Bicycle comes in, debit what comes in, bicycle account debit. Goods goes out, credit what goes out to purchase account, but you will record the value of goods that is 800. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Bicycle account debit to purchase account with the value of goods that is 800. Okay, you will record the value of goods that is 800. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, any other doubts to anyone? Any other doubts in the homework to anyone? So, shall we wind up with today's session, okay? Now we will directly meet on Thursday. So, Tuesday, you don't have to watch any lecture. Today and Wednesday, you have to watch the video lectures and do the homework. Right? 9 and 10 of exercise is to be done. And today's homework will submit by tomorrow. Wednesday's homework by Thursday. Chalo, bye everyone.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.